today's review is My Little Gumnut nappies. They are an Australian company, but made in China. They are a more value option nappy, so their price point is lower than a lot of nappies that are on the market, which is really great if you're looking for a good value option to get into cloth. If you don't want anything fancy, you just want something simple and good value, these are definitely something to look at. I have about four in my stash, which I actually regularly use in rotation with other brands. And on the website it does say that their boosters and inserts are have best absorbency after being washed 6 or 7 times, and mine are probably around at that point now, and they're definitely, I believe that they are getting better at their absorbency, just like really any nappy, but I have definitely noticed a difference from when I first started using them to now. They do hold up quite well. They are a relatively straightforward design pocket nappy. So they've got a PUL outer lining, so it's got cute little frogs on it. They've got a fleece inside, I think it's a micro fleece. Yeah, it's a micro polar fleece, yeah. And yeah, the PUL on the outside, so it's quite soft against the skin. It's really nice. And then you've got your pocket just opening at the back. It doesn't have one at the front, it's just the one. So it's quite like a simple design, you know, but the old saying goes, you get what you pay for, so it's not overly complicated. This means, however, dad test like an 8 or a 9. Very, very straightforward. They could even stuff it themselves. You just put it in there, whack it on the bum, and off you go. It's quite a simple nappy. Putting it on, which you'll see in the fit video. It comes standard with one bamboo microfiber insert. It is 5 layers, 2 layers of bamboo and 3 layers of microfiber. So you know, it's a relatively simple design compared to some others that I've reviewed thus far, but do watch the fit videos because you'll probably be surprised. They hold up really well. They also offer an optional extra insert, like a booster that you can buy, which is their bamboo charcoal. The mixture of the bamboo charcoal does wick away the liquid a bit faster, I think, is what like the appeal is there. I don't really use these very often, to be honest. My Little Gumnut says they can be used overnight when they do have a dedicated nighttime nappy. I don't have the nighttime nappy. It's a possibility that I might get one in the future to review it, but yeah, I don't have one at the moment. But price point, they're $18.95 per nappy, which just comes with just the one insert, and you can buy extra inserts, multi-packs, those sorts of things. So really good value. 19 bucks a nappy is one of the lowest price points out there, I think, for the big companies. And they're really cute. They've got some really nice little designs. Again, quite sort of simple patterns, but really nice. I love the little frogs. That one's one of my favorites. And they do have some in stock right now at the time of filming of this video, so that's unusual at the moment with the COVID drama. The wash and wear, like this is probably the one place where the nappies fall down. Not fall down for me, but I don't think these nappies are going to last like a long time. Like if you're planning on having like a whole brood of children and you want nappies that are going to last 4 or 5 kids, I don't know if these ones will. I mean, of course I'm not testing them for that long, so I'm not claiming anything, but they are quite thin. The fabric's lovely. It feels nice. It's very stretchy. It's very soft, which is good when you're putting it on the bub and stuff like that. But because of that, as soon as the children get into the toddler stage and they're running around and they're crawling and they're falling on things, and you know, ripping their nappies off or pulling and tugging at them, it's a possibility that being so soft and pliable that these could, yeah, they may not hold up I don't know. That's just my mother instincts coming into play there. But and they don't wash as well. I mean, you can already see, like, that's only been washed maybe 2 or 3 times, and that's just normal peeling. I understand there's nothing wrong with that, but they just sort of, I don't know, they don't look pretty after you wash them a bunch of times, which doesn't mean that they don't work, but it's just one of those things when you wash it constantly and wear it. Okay. Like I said, the dad test, super easy nappies to use, really, really easy to put on. They have 2 size options on the front. So this one I just got snapped up because that's where I have it on my son. Oh, sorry, that kind of makes it 3 size options, doesn't it? But it's got the 2 rows. The 2 rows there, so you can have 3 different sizing options, so not 4 like a lot of other nappies, but that doesn't matter. The one thing that I do kind of like about them is that their hip snap is on the lower line of snaps, so it goes in here, and they don't continue across because there's no need for that, really, unless you know you've got a tiny newborn, I suppose. But there's probably a newborn hack that you can do with these. And then the top row is all the way across, and they're sort of off center, so the hip snap goes in and then you pull it across even further. I don't know, I just find that it fits quite flush on bub. I probably explained that really badly, but you kind of understand when you look at that configuration there. So yeah, real simple. My Little Gumnuts, check them out. Good value option. The elastics don't really leave any red marks. That polar fleece against the skin's quite soft. They usually wick away the liquid quite well, so bub's usually reasonably dry. Yeah, really good all-rounder nappy. Definitely get even just a couple to have in your stash if you need to like bulk up your stash. They're great for doing that. Okay, so today we're going to do some My Little Gumnut nappies. I've got 3 of these nappies in my stash, and I do actually regularly use them. So they have been used a handful of times over and over again, and I've washed them as well. So quite a simple nappy. It's already pre-stuffed. It's got its insert in the pocket. Can't really see it. Super easy nappy to put on. Shouldn't take me very long. Okay, so the nappy is up and over. We've got a hip snap on the lower rise, and then 2 snaps on the top. Okay. This nappy is quite soft and forgiving, quite stretchy, so it's very easy to fit. So it just kind of goes on straight away, and you don't really have to do a huge amount of wiggling about with it, usually. So we'll leave that on him. Hopefully he doesn't do another number 2, because it won't be on as long, but My Little Gumnut on the bum. Okay, so the rainbow My Little Gumnut nappy has been on for just over 4 hours, and no matter how many times I use these nappies, they always constantly surprise me. Even though the insert's mostly microfiber, it's 5 layers, 2 layers bamboo, 3 layers microfiber, and yet 4 hours later, here we are, absolutely no leaks. The leg elastics aren't even really damp. Like, he's bone dry. I'll just pull out the insert and see how wet it is. So the inside's a little bit damp. So baby would probably feel a bit wet, but it's not too bad because this is a bamboo fleece. And then the insert inside is quite wet, but it's soaked all the way back. You know, that microfiber soaks things up very quickly. So simple design, really good nappy for the price, great value. Sometimes the simplest things are the best. So we'll put another one on him. It's got a plain grey colour here. This one's already got the insert already stuffed. And for this one, I'm going to put in the charcoal bamboo booster, just because why not? Just to see how much longer I can get out of the nappy before we have leaks. And I mean, the charcoal bamboo, it sounds fancy, but it's essentially just microfiber as well. But they do sell this as an extra booster, so let's throw that in there as well. Make it a little bit more bulky, but these nappies are reasonably trim to start with. They compact down quite nicely, like all that microfiber. It's not, yeah, terribly hard to get a nice trim fit. I reckon they would be quite comfortable to wear as well. This fleece is really fluffy. Yeah, so having that extra insert in does make it quite a bit more bulky. I much prefer these nappies just with the one insert in there, just sort of for everyday use. They just fit much nicer if they just have the one. You see, it's quite square and bulky at the back. Yeah, it doesn't. I'm not a fan of how it sits with the extra insert in there. So if you can get away with just the one, they work quite well. But anyway, there we go. Okay, so my little Gumnut nappy number 2 for the day. I left this on as long as possible. I just wanted to see how long it would last. It's been on him for over 6 hours now. We've had no leaks through the clothing, but it is very damp on the leg elastics just here, so it's probably reaching the end. Normally, you know, I would not leave a nappy on that long to avoid, you know, nappy rash and things like that, but I just wanted to see how long we could push it, and we've gotten to bath time and I need to take it off him. So really impressed with, you know, such a good value nappy. Some people might refer to them as China cheapies. That's, you know, 6 hours, like, what a good effort. It does have the extra insert in there, which I normally probably wouldn't put in, but yeah, really impressed. So my little Gumnut, check him out.